Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, BTVR here, Big TV Reviews. Today, we're reviewing Master of None, Season 2. Let's get started. Jesus Christ. Alright, spoiler-free segment, spoiler-free summary. Time for the spoiler-free summary. And my summary, not my summary, the summary of Master of None Season 2. Dev gets a new job, and he steers his life through the effects of his breakup with Rachel in Season 2. You might be asking yourself, would I like this season? I'm not too sure about the first season, because you're probably only wondering if you should watch the second season if you've seen the first season. You're probably wondering, should I watch this show? And my answer is yes. I'd recommend this to literally anyone, unless the comedy genre personified walked out of the screen in your living room and killed your dog in front of you. That's the only reason I would understand why you'd say, I don't really want to watch this season, because comedy killed my dog. And now my spoiler-free review of this season. I think this season of Master of None, Season 2, had some of the best comedy episodes I've ever seen. When you compare it to other comedies, the seasons stack up, the episodes, I don't think it can be rivaled. It's one of the best seasons of comedy I've ever seen on TV. It's up there. Top three probably. It holds strong to the values that season 1 held, depicting an accurate young adult life, and just kind of had better episodes, had the episodes. When we're talking about comedy TV, and most of it is episodic, including Master of None, top to bottom, it's got to have great episodes, and that's what Master of None Season 2 has. And it's funny. As a comedy, it's got to be funny. I really want to start talking about the spoiler full segment, so I'm just going to give my rating now. 8.8. I'm giving it an 8.8. It's fantastic. Spoiler full segment. It's time for the spoiler full segment. The spoilers are coming, so if you haven't seen it, stop, because I don't want to spoil anything for you and ruin this experience of a great season of television. The things I liked. The episode titled New York, I Love You is incredible. It is incredible. We see the main characters. We see Dev and Denise and Arnold 1 minute combined. We see them 1 minute combined in the entire episode run. And all the rest is just like different characters. It goes 3 different stories. One of the doorman in the hotel, good. One of a deaf girl working at a gas station or a convenience store or something, that was good. And one of a cab driver in New York. And those are just 3 very New York jobs for people to have. 3 different people, very diverse people. It just personified New York as a whole, which goes back to the title, New York, I Love You. And I love the episode called New York, I Love You. I'm actually not a huge fan of New York as a city. Don't want to live there. Don't want to go there. Don't like the Yankees. But I loved New York, I Love You. Italy. Big fan of the Italy storyline. The first episode was just a parody of The Bike Thief, which was hilarious. The little kid, funny. And the fact that he just never saw that girl again, that was funny. It was just realistic. Really realistic. No Rachel. Not that I disliked Rachel, but it's realistic. Like, they don't see each other except for once in the entire season. And that's realistic because in typical breakups, the 2 parties split. They pretty much don't see each other ever. And that, I mean, realism is what this show is all about. In reality, no Rachel was a good thing. Even though I love Noelle Wells' performance and I liked the character a lot, no Rachel really helped. They got Angela Bassett. For an episode. Thanksgiving, the episode, I wouldn't say it's the best of the season. I'd say it's mid-tier, and that's saying something because the season was chock full of great episodes. Angela Bassett and Lena Waithe in that episode, that was high quality. I mean, Angela Bassett is a world-class actress, and the fact that she agreed to just be on some Netflix original comedy was A1. Things I didn't like, there are gonna be few. More Denise. I wanted more Denise. She wasn't in it enough. She's my favorite character, and I just would have liked more of her. I know that's a petty thing to say because, like, the season as a whole was great, and there wasn't much space for her to be in, but I just think her being in it would have just been like, I like this. And like, if there was an episode that I didn't like in the season, it would be door number 3. I understand that it drove the plot forward. Dev is like trying to find a new job. Like, he doesn't like his Cupcake Wars job. He's trying to get out of it. And I understand that the episode itself pushed the plot forward. And the dad thing with, I can't remember his name. What's his name? Nuts. Brian. His name is Brian. Brian's dad, that whole thing with the multiple women, I mean, it was kind of funny, but that was the runt of the litter in terms of the episode. It wasn't a bad episode. It was just like, I understand that some shows have to have those plot filler episodes, but in a 10 episode season, you got to keep the momentum going all the way through. Aziz, you got to stop doing that to yourself, bud. Chef Jeff's allegations. The season came out, I'm pretty sure it came out before Aziz's allegations, and God, just very ironic episode in terms of what happened. Aziz he shoots himself in the foot at least once every season. Characters I liked, Dev and Denise, just a classic pair. I love Dev, I love Denise. I said in my previous review of Master of None Season 1 that Aziz's character in Master of None, Dev, is much better than Tom Haverford. He's just like a subdued version of Tom Haverford, and I didn't like Tom Haverford because he was too over the top in Parks and Rec, but Dev in Master of None is good. He's funny. He's everything you can ask for in a comedy frontman. Denise, Lena Waithe is great. Denise is hilarious. The Thanksgiving episode really provided some look into Denise's childhood, into her as a character and her as a person, and that was cool. I liked that a lot. Characters I didn't like. Not Arnold. I didn't like Arnold enough to put him on the characters I liked. Last season, I put him on characters I didn't like. And this season, I did not like him. He was much more subdued and much more real than he was in season 1 and season 2. I kind of came around. I thought it was weird at first, but him calling Dev Cap and Captain, I kind of came around on that when I saw his bedroom and how it's just all nautical themed. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I did not dislike Arnold that season. And the end game, again, Master of None coming through with a solid end game. The fact that Dev and Francesca got together at the end is made better by the fact that Dev and Rachel didn't get together at the end of last season, because if Dev and Rachel had gotten together at the end of last season, then Dev and Francesca getting together would have been complete and total bullshit, I think. It would have just stripped that whole possibility away. Like, I was actually on the edge of my seat. Like, I wasn't sure whether or not Francesca was going to stay with Dev or not. It listed the stakes very clearly. Francesca, it would have been hard for her. She would have had to drop her entire life in Italy. Like, moving to New York from Italy is a massive change, and she's dropping everything she was doing in Italy. She was engaged. Her staying, Master of None, the writers, they really drove home what that means to her and how much she's sacrificing by actually staying with Dev, and how much he must mean to her because of that. So Master of None season 2, the end game was great. And as a whole, I liked Dev and Francesca's relationship and all that will they, won't they love triangle thing. 8.8. That's my rating for Master of None season 2. Huh.